Hey, what's up team? I'm super excited to make this video for you on the 21 best fat loss foods. So I'm gonna be honest, that's purely clickbait. There really are no best fat loss foods. And there really are no good and bad foods. There are simply foods that are more nutritious or less nutritious. So the reason why labeling foods as good or bad is a problem is it kind of just builds into diet culture in terms of, having a burger is bad, or having pizza is bad, or having ice cream is bad. And it's not. It's really about, if you have a burger, it's just going to be higher in calories and maybe more fat. That doesn't necessarily make it bad. It just contains more calories, which you have to account for. And then another thing to touch on are diets. So all diets work. So for instance, keto or paleo or vegan or vegetarian, they all work with great success because most of them, they remove foods or complete macronutrient groups. So for instance, keto, you take out all carbs. And people have a lot of success with that because when you take out foods or macronutrient groups, you'll lose weight. So that's why they work. Take this approach here where I just kind of have foods that are across the board. Certain people say, oh, that's not a healthy food, or that's a bad food, or that's a good food. That really doesn't matter. It's really about total calories and energy balance. So very simply, if you eat more calories than your body needs, you'll gain weight. If you eat less calories than your body needs, you'll lose weight. So being able to eat kind of the things that you enjoy, but just pay attention to the amounts, the total amounts that you're eating, is really, in my mind, the easiest and most sustainable way to go after your fat loss goals or your muscle gain goals. So, but let me show you what I got here. So I have some of these foods broken down by convenience and also foods that are filling, and I just have some other ones as well. So some super convenient foods are that contribute to fat loss in the whole energy balance scheme are protein powder. Protein powder is super convenient, easy on the go, shaker bottle, blender, however you want to do it, really good. Greek yogurt, handheld, throw it in your lunchbox, however you do it. Greek yogurt is better than regular yogurt in the sense that it has more protein. So if you do like Greek yogurt, this is Chobani. So this has 110 calories, 16 grams of carbs, and 11 grams of protein. So the macros on this are very good, and it's low in calorie. It doesn't have too much sugar, has some, but some Greek yogurts out there have a lot of sugar. So just beware, kind of pay attention to the total calories and the protein content on these guys. Let's go handheld. So bananas, awesome. Also apples. And what I don't have here are like peppers or carrots or really any vegetable that you like that you can kind of cut up, throw it in a bag, super convenient. String cheese is another one. If you like cheese and don't have a dairy intolerance, that's going to be another solid choice. Another thing that's super convenient are like tuna packets or chicken packets. When you're in a pinch, super nice to have so you can stay on track. Jerky. So jerky is not a bad choice. It is processed, and I recommend that you kind of limit your processed intake, especially processed meat, but it's not, everything in moderation. So this is nice to have sometimes if you're in a pinch or traveling. So, solid choice. Also super convenient are protein bars. Protein bars tend to not be the best in terms of being low in calories. So they tend to be higher on the calorie side, have moderate protein, higher carb, and higher fat. But once again, it's still gonna, it's not a bad choice, and it is convenient. Let's move on to some more filling foods. First off, I typically buy potatoes, both white and sweet potatoes, in their raw form, so the actual potato. But what I have here today are frozen hash browns, white potatoes. And then I have some riced sweet potatoes. So I bought these frozen because sometimes I'll buy food, whether fresh, and I just won't use it right away. And having it frozen, it'll stay longer and I won't have to throw it away. The nice thing about potatoes is that even though they're higher in carb content, they're super filling, and they're actually per serving pretty low in calories. So potatoes tend to get a bad rap. For the reason why they get a bad rap is because they're carbs, and everybody and every guru wants to vilify carbs, and carbs are not bad. It's just, remember, it's that total intake, total calories is what matters most. So definitely potatoes are awesome because they're super filling. Some frozen organic vegetables from Trader Joe's. Love Trader Joe's. Some carrot coins. More frozen vegetables. Some greens. Love to put these in kind of egg scrambles or soups, or just make salads out of it. Super easy, super convenient, already pre-washed. And then let's move on to eggs. So we have egg whites. Egg whites are great because it's just pure protein, and also just regular eggs. So if you didn't know, egg whites is just the egg white and it's just protein. The egg, which contains the egg white and the yolk, is protein and fat. So the yolk is what contains the fat. The reason why I have some of these proteins here on more of the filling foods, is that protein is very satiating, meaning that it will help keep you fuller longer. Protein will also help repair your muscles, and it will help you maintain your muscle when you're in a caloric deficit, when your goal is fat loss. Fish, some frozen fish I like to have on hand. What I don't have is chicken, like ground turkey or grass-fed beef. Once again, those are all solid choices. I prefer like free range and grass-fed and all those types of things, or stuff that's sustainably raised. Some oatmeal, classic, can't go wrong with that. Good amount of fiber, high in carbs, but also keep you full. Let's see, coffee. So coffee is an appetite suppressant. Also, with the caffeine, provides energy. I love coffee. If you are if your goal is to lose fat, it's probably in your best interest to not put sugar in it. If you like it sweetened, then use like a sweetener, like a 0-calorie sweetener like stevia or Truvia. Berries. So I'm a huge fan of berries. Berries are great because per amount or volume, they're very low in calories. So for instance, I'm not 100% sure because I just don't remember, but I think a cup of blueberries is around 100 calories. So that's a fair amount of volume in fruit for very little amount of calories. So I'm a huge fan of blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, raspberries. Strawberries are probably the king of the berries in terms of volume for calories. So you can eat a lot of strawberries and it be very low calorie. Huge fan of cashew milk or almond milk. Make sure it's unsweetened. So this cashew milk is 25 calories per 8 ounces. So super solid. Love making this with my protein smoothies. Throw a banana in the blender or just throw this in a shaker bottle. But yeah, just make sure you get the unsweetened kind. Cashew milk, almond milk, those are all going to be lower in calories. There's nothing wrong with cow's milk or goat's milk if you don't have a dairy intolerance. I just prefer to use cashew or almond milk for my needs. And I think that's about it. Oh, last one is for those, this is more of a fun food, and for those who like ice cream. I love ice cream, and this can just help you stay on track when you're in a fat loss phase, because this whole pint is 320 calories. This brand is Halo Top. Big fan of Halo Top. There are a lot of other diet ice cream brands out there. I also like Yasso, Y-A-S-S-O. They do kind of like a Greek yogurt type of ice cream, but it's, it's definitely not the same as full fat, full calorie ice cream, but it's a solid choice, and in a pinch it can help keep you on track. So once again, really the most important thing when it comes to fat loss foods or losing fat is total calorie intake, right? And then also paying attention to your macronutrients. It's totally fine to follow along with the diet, but just know that you can still eat the foods that you like, as long as you're bringing awareness around how much calories and the macronutrient makeup of it. You'll still make just as much progress as you would if you followed another diet. It's really a matter of what works for you and your personal preferences. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Always here to support you, and I'll talk to you guys later.